in 2013, following a very minimal piece of legislation, which was a law permitting abortion to be carried out legally if a woman's life was in danger. All of our pro-choice organizations had actually campaigned for that because it was all we were getting. But immediately after that law was passed, a couple of us came together and said, we really have to change the conversation here. We have to move this onto different ground. So what we need to do is to look at it very rationally and try and take a kind of step-by-step approach. And the first step is to remove from the Constitution the clause which prohibits abortion and which had been voted in 1983. So that's step number one. So we're going to call our campaign Repeal the Eighth Amendment. And it's very specific, it's very doable. It doesn't sound so frightening to that middle ground of concerned voters as we need pro-choice legislation. And in order to do that, to repeal, we need to move out beyond those of us who've been campaigning on this issue for years, pro-choice, feminist and human rights organizations, and really to draw in a much wider civil society range. So we'll form a coalition, and we'll set up this coalition to fight for repeal of the Eighth Amendment, to put it onto the political agenda, to heave it onto the political agenda, to raise awareness and do lots of public education, convince the politicians to do all of those things. And from that then will grow, we hope, a referendum campaign. And in fact, that's really what happened. So for several years, that coalition was working together, campaigning, being very active. We had public information campaigns, all sorts. And we did succeed in putting it onto the agenda.